everybody. Welcome back to another week of Summer Sunday School, where we're taking a closer look at the fruits of the Spirit. I can't believe we only have a couple more weeks left.
Yeah, we're flying through these.
We have already tackled love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and up this week, faithfulness.
Woohoo! Yeah, look it. We've made it all the way down here.
Magic number 7. We're going to talk about faithfulness today. Chef I Fell, if you remember from all the way in week 1, represented faithfulness in his fruit salad with the star fruit. And he picked the star fruit because it reminded him of God's faithfulness to his people. So it reminded him of the star that was placed in the sky, letting people know that Jesus is born, right? Jesus, the promised Messiah, was born.
Yeah, the people had waited so many years, such a long time for the Messiah to come, and they were faithful all those years. We're talking about thousands of years.
I was gonna say, can you imagine? So like Adam and Eve, as soon as they sinned, God told them, now they've got, we get kicked out of the garden, wait for the Messiah. They thought it was going to happen like bam, either tomorrow or within their lifetime. Guess what? It didn't happen. And then you've got Noah, didn't happen in his lifetime. Moses, didn't happen in his lifetime. Daniel, all the way through the Old Testament, all these people were waiting, but kept trusting God because they know that his promises were true. We read it in the Bible. We see it. God's promises are true.
Always come true.
Faithful. He's faithful to us. And it's 24/7. Faithfulness is not just attending church on Sunday morning or going to Sunday school. It's 24/7. There is not a time or place, set time or place for faithfulness. Faithfulness is all the time.
Yeah. And so we understand that faithfulness can be kind of a hard concept to understand. So we brought 2 bottles along today to help you show. So this bottle here that Jennifer has is a bottle that I want you to imagine is filled with faith.
Ooh, nice.
And faithfulness, not just faith, but faithfulness. It means that this bottle trusts in God, relies on God, knows that God has in mind for it what is best, what is good, what is true. This bottle is filled with faithfulness. The bottle I have, no faithfulness. No faithfulness in this bottle. This bottle is empty. And so we're going to kind of show you what happens when there's faithfulness and when there's not, because it's easy for us to be faithful when times are good. When times are good, we can be like, thank you, Lord. We love you, God. We trust in you. It's when times get hard that we start to falter in our trust, and we tend to not rely on God or understand what he has in mind for us is best. So let's say your bottle filled with faithfulness, my bottle not filled with faithfulness, encounters a time where you start to get bad grades.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. Now let's say your bottle filled with faithfulness, my bottle empty, comes across a time when maybe grandma gets sick. All right. Now your bottle filled with faithfulness and my bottle filled with that's empty encounters a time where your friends no longer want to be your friends. All right, take a look at our bottles. What do you see is different about our 2 bottles? The bottle filled with faithfulness,
totally still intact, ready to go.
It looks pretty much the same as it did in the beginning. The bottle that was empty,
totally crushed.
Kind of crushed. Now, are we saying that faithfulness means everything's perfect and everything's great? No. It just means that when times get hard and when there's fear, when there's anxiety, when there's issues at hand that makes you scared or afraid or worrisome, you're going to be able to withstand the test because you know that God is on your side.
Yeah, God gives us strength, courage, trust, all of these qualities that then you can outwardly see because you are filled with faithfulness and faith that only God can give. So 5 little words I want you guys to always remember. You can count on God in all things, friends, not just in the good times, not just in the bad times, in all things you can count on God because he is there for us. We have seen it since the beginning that you can count on God. He is faithful. What he says will come true. So the next time that your prayer doesn't get answered the way that you wanted it to get answered, just know that God has a bigger plan for you, and a much better plan than you guys can even think to imagine, that, just because your answer isn't the way that it was for
And
you.
the best news of all is, because you're filled with faithfulness, you're not getting crushed.
No.
What is going on in your life will not crush you, because you can count on God.
So we see that, we pretended that there was stuff in here. So you can't see faith, you can't see faithfulness, but because you can count on God and you can trust in God, the outwardness shows that you are strong, you have courage, you can pray, you can sing, you can be there for each other. The outwardness, the scene of faithfulness will come because you do have faith and trust in God, and you can count on him. So we'll see you next time as we tackle love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness.
Oh, that wasn't very gentle.
We'll see you next time.